Right, so welcome back to the channel, and today we have another tactic video for you. This tactic is the tactic I'm running over at Napoli over on the save I'm playing offline, where my aim of that save is to get Victor Osimhen to the Ballon d'Or. The thread that I have done on that on Twitter can be seen down below. If you'd like to see me in action, you can do over at twitch.tv/Doop, where I am live every single day. You may have already watched my total Doop video, where I give you a very overpowered tactic. This tactic is a little bit more mainstream, so to speak. However, it still uses asymmetric, and I love asymmetric. It's a tactic that I ran last year during the network save with Friday Night FM and with Dave as a party, and we had some great fun there. And I used it quite a lot over in Red Star when I did my climb from bottom to top at Red Star. So it can be used all over the shop. And I want to show you the first season, pretty much full season, that I used it over at Napoli. So let's jump in and show you. So as you can see, the main focus of the save is to get Victor Osimhen to the top of the Ballon d'Or and to finally win it. This season he hit 34 goals in total. I think 29 of them were in the league. And those 29 helped us win the league. 27 games won, 8 drawn, 3 lost, 103 goals scored, 30 goals conceded. So it is giving us a very good goal scored to goals conceded ratio. Let's jump into the tactic and show you what I've done and how I've played it. So it's not that special. However, it seems to be very good. And I honestly really do genuinely appreciate how good this system is. So yeah, after a long, painful season, you can see we have a few injuries, but this would be our best 11. This is how we would have set up most of the time. As you can see, Onana we brought in net. We have a lovely back four. We have the two fullbacks that are on attack. Obviously the left-hand side one is going to be looking to overlap, and we are focusing the play down that left-hand side. But yet the right-hand side one does have to work a lot harder. There's no one in front of him to cover. However, he does have that Mazzala that's going to evade that space a bit later down the line. I have my Zagadou and my Mancini pairing in the middle. I really like tall centre-backs, good heading, good jumping reach, good tackling, good marking. But what I also like is the fact we have a left-footed one on the left and a right-footed one on the right. Simple, I know, but that's just the way I like to play. We have Bentancur as the anchor in front. I toyed between playing the anchor and the halfback. I really do enjoy the halfback, and I think if I was playing three at the back, then halfback would be for me. But because it's just the two, we're going to play that anchor. Basically, what I'm getting him to do is sit in between the two lines, the line of defense and the line of midfield. And he's just going to pick up any loose balls, win the ball back, and hopefully give it on to more of our talented players that can pass the ball. Let's not forget that Bentancur is still a very good player and still can produce. But it just shows that you don't have to have three very good passers of the ball. We want a workhorse. We want a guy that's going to sweep things up, and then we want the guy that's going to have the fact that he can pass the ball and have the range. Fabian is a very good player. He starts the game at Napoli. He's just played that box-to-box role very well. He's a good workhorse. Again, you can look at the average ratings on the right-hand side. You can see that they are producing what I want them to produce. And we will break down little roles in a second. We have Politano as that insider forward on attack. He's just sat on that left-hand side on his own. But, I mean, on the attacking transition, he is kind of sat here. And it just offsets that free because we have the centre striker of the AF forward, the AF attack, which is Gabriel Barbosa. And then we do actually have Vic on the right of the pressing forward. And you probably think, well, hang on, surely if you want Victor to score the most, he'll be in the middle. But yet he still scores hatfuls of goals. So you're not losing out by putting a striker out on the right-hand side. I just think that he is the better striker. He's going to get chances as well. For a player of FM that's played it for so long and loves player instructions, loves team instructions, we've been very basic with our player instructions on this tactic. The ones that I do have focus on is the fullbacks. Because they're sat on attack, I'm asking them to take fewer risks. What I want them to do is carry the ball. I want them to get further up the pitch, don't get me wrong. I want them to stay wider as well. We have asked them to stay wider. That is an added. The reason being is with that as well is because we've got that inside forward who's cutting in. We don't want them sat on top of each other. But I'm asking him to take fewer risks, so when he gets to a good position, he's going to pass it off to somebody that's more competent, somebody that can play the ball better, somebody that might have a higher passing vision and technique, rather than just a guy with 12 crossing. That way, he's not going to get caught out. He can always drift back and get back into that defensive position that he needs to. Okay, so what we do have in the team instructions is, again, a lot of instructions. I like my instructions. We are trying to focus the play down that left-hand side because that is where we have the overload because of the offset and the asymmetric. We're playing shorter passing. We're trying to whip it through. We have a lot of players available that should be in good space because they are on attack mentalities. They're on mentalities that they're going to drift into space and find space. We're also trying to play at a high tempo, catch them on the break as well. That's always good. But we're going to play for set pieces. We have a set piece taker. So I always like to, if I have a good set piece taker, let's play for set pieces. It's a really good way, especially with the big centre backs. Let's get them up the field. You can then tweak your tactics, your set piece tactics. This one does have my normal set piece tactics. Obviously, feel free to use your own. And also a big one this year and last year is run at defenses. I'm finding that, especially your inside forward or your strikers, if they're running at defenses with pace, they're going to get more likely to get taken down and given the penalty. With the help of VAR as well, we're seeing more and more penalties in the game. So that could be a good thing. And obviously, once we get to the final third of the pitch, just be as expressive as you like. Do whatever you want. I'm not fussed. Let's just try and get the ball in the back of the net, and that's why we highlight that one. We are playing out of the back, so what we're trying to do is distribute the ball to the defenders. My defenders are very competent on the ball, so it's okay. I don't mind them passing around the back. But however, when we do lose the possession, we are trying to counter press. And when we have won it, we're trying to press up as quick as we can and counter on them. We have the pace up top. We have the quality to be able to play the longer balls if we need to. That really does help us and benefit us with trying to get these goals as well. Because the ball goes over the top. Vic, Gab will just run onto them and score. And the lines are not very different. All we are asking is that we're trying to force the opponent inside because we have that anchor man. So that makes sense to me. If we have that spare man that's doing an extra defensive duty, well, let's force them inside towards him, and then we can help out with the defense. It looks a very simple system. It looks a very simple tactic. The link is down in the description for you to download. I've called it the Napster, Napoli, and obviously don't nap on this, and like the Napster, you know, I'm trying to be cool. It's so difficult naming tactics, but we've gone for the Napster. Just don't sleep on this system. I feel that this system you can use everywhere and anywhere. And these systems are going to come into play in my main save over on Twitch. We are doing the GOAT challenge. It's a challenge that I've kind of come up with. I don't think I've seen it anywhere, so if I have, apologies. But it's where we go start from unemployed to get to the top of the Hall of Fame. But whilst we do that, we have to complete a Pentagon challenge as well. I like to put myself in difficult positions. But one thing I will say is let's just quickly show you some of the stats that we have produced from this system, and you can just reap some of this reward. So Victor Osimhen top of the pile, 34 goals, 3 assists. Gabby got 17, Zielinski got 14, and then Zagadou and Mancini are my next two. Again, corner systems, big tall guys, they can header the ball. Happy bloody day. Assist, that left-hand side, Politano cuts inside so often and produces 26 assists for us. He has had injuries this year, sorry. So we have had to play other players as well. And they have all slipped in nicely. As you can see, there's a hell of a lot of assists there. We've scored a lot of goals. Okay, so that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked the video today. If you did like it, feel free to hit that like button. Hit the subscribe because there's going to be a hell of a lot more from me. Coming up soon will be some more tactic videos that I'm running throughout the year. I hope, if you haven't already, there'll be a link down into the Total Doop ball system. Go and check that out. That's a bit more fun. And we'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out. Much love. See ya.